Welcome to another live stream. Let me refresh and let's see. We'll do some analysis. Start out with removing all the drawings. As we can see that on the left hand side there's a lot of consolidation and prices reached at that point. So once price reaches at a certain area where there's previously it was difficult for price to move, then you can expect price to have a difficult time to continue to push forward. So like yesterday, we tried to break above, but couldn't. Today we're trying again. Let's see how we close. 4-hour candle, it went up, tested this area. 1 hour, let's see. So I was looking at this 1-hour candle, and as it closed with no wick at the top, once the price broke above, and anytime this candle continued to push down, that would have been a sell. So I was looking at it on a 15-minute time frame. So the idea was to execute the price right here. This, and then the stop loss was above the previous candle's high, and this I would have been out like around here. So this is a great trade. Let's take a look. I'm gonna just narrow this down a bit. I'll just remove this one, and we'll do some fresh analysis. So for our trade that we could take. Now the bottom area of support is this, and it tapped because you see that this was previously held as support, went up all the way, came back down, tested this area. So I do want to see if price can break below to continue to push down to these areas. That would be an idea of sell. And then for any buys, if there is a support, buys if support forms to retest the high. That is something that I would be interested in. Right? And it makes sense. It makes sense to let's see what's on YouTube. Who's live? Who's live? Don is live. I don't think Don has taken the trade.
It might be, and I think what stops would be here is the GJ AUD USD moved overall. This is in his position. This is Dushan's. If there's like conflict in price, there's like leg counts showing price can come down. There's no bottom wicks here, right? All you gotta wait for is just structure. Because if you were to come down, it's coming down right now, right? But if it were to come down, it'll come down, flip, and continue. But if it comes down and it rips back up, that's your liquidity right there. That's what your bottom wicks. That's what your not enough to say that. Reaction zone, right? So this is an all-time high on NASDAQ, and this is what we used today. We just marked out the ranges, and it gave us like a 28.59 as like a slowdown area.
Damn, that's a bright color. That's a really bright
I got
color.
up to President Trump, where NASDAQ would struggle. See a pullback, 014. A lot better.
Yeah, shout out to Don. He's been consistently showing up. Not a lot of people can do that. Let's see. Okay, where were we? So 40, 20, 420 gold sales analysis played out. So 17 minutes, 420 live streams. Let's review some trades. Nice. Okay. What was the idea behind this trade? Close it at 40 pips, not 30 pips. Down. Alright, I've entered into a sell for price to retrace down a little bit to continue to push higher. To retrace down a little bit to 11:49, 11:53. 11:49, 11:53, startup trade. Continue to push higher. So this is more like a counter trend trade. I executed this trade entry based on the 15-minute candle. So, like, too much. Which is right over here. Then I'm probably gonna close the position, which is right over here. Okay, so I think I updated the stop loss. If it breaks right over here. Probably gonna close the position. If it breaks above its own high, then I'm probably gonna close the position, which is right over here. 13:04. Close the. At this point, if it breaks above its 12:55, 12:55, 12:55, 13. What's gold doing? Gold is not doing anything right now. Next. Updating. Okay. And 11:54, 12:54, 15x. Okay. Then what?
Its own high. All right. At 46, 40 pips. Let me see if we can re-break the low. All right, 50 pips. I've closed the position. All right, 50 pips. I've closed the position. That's done. All right, 50 pips. I've closed the position.
16:59. 13:05. 16:58. Fast forward. 15x. 16:59. Going to 17:02. End of trade. We're gonna start with the trade like this as well. Start video.
That's in.
Nice retracement. There is a higher chance for price to continue to push down to these lows on the left hand side here. Johnny Dang. All right, I've entered into a buy based on support created at this level. I don't feel super comfortable because we are currently trending down. So this is sort of like a counter trend trade, and I wanted to just see how it plays out for future reference. Yeah, see, if I'm looking for this 5-minute candle to continue to push higher, I really don't want this current candle to break its own low. Because if it's going to break its own low, there's a possibility, higher possibility, it's going to continue to push down. And that will be a lot more in the negative. It won't be in my favor, right? So if it hits my stop loss, at least, it's fine. Because this 5-minute, if I'm anticipating for it to push up, at this point, after creating this wick, it shouldn't come down. What is this? Add CBOT. Sample advanced take profit. Sample break even. Oh, this is nice. Trigger pips. 10 pips. Let's see. Add to chart. Start CBOT. Sample break even. Modify parameters. Run in cloud. Start an external process. Go to back testing. There's there's so many options that trigger pips, add pips. Let's say if I do 20 pips, 20 pips. Not sure what that means. Let's see. Advanced take profit. Position ID pips. What's 100? 1,000, 1,000, 2,000? Hmm. So 15-minute is closing with 15-minute is closing with the sport. So that is good. Four-hour is also rejecting this area. 1 hour is bearish. There is no volume. There's literally no volume. So once this 15-minute candle was breaking its own low, I should have closed the position to lose less. And stop loss hit. Yeah. Once this 5 minute closed red, I should have been. Once this 5 minute closed red, I should have known that next 5 minute, if it's in profit and it continues to push down, then at that point I should get out because there's already signs for the price to move in, move downwards. Well, that's a losing trade. Okay. Mm, mm, mm.
Close it at
9:30, 9:32.
position. All right, 50 pips. I've closed the position.
25.41. 29.34. 'Fast forward 15x. 37. 37.40. 43. 43.30. 48.30. 43.30. 48.30. Okay, that's done. I'm gonna have a sell stop at the break of this candle. And the stop loss will be above the previous candle's high. 5.5, waiting for setup. If that can happen, then that would be great. So if this candle can close like this and the next candle can just break above its previous candle's high and continue to push, that would be a trade that I'll be willing to take. But right now it's just waiting time. 5:05 waiting time. What the hell? 9 minutes waiting for setup. Still have 5 more minutes. 7:45 is going to be the candle. Manage risk. So 4:14, 4:15. These are the two. So I have this, right? And I want to do another 4:14. What is this? 4:15. 4:14. Bro.
Need to push down.
Okay.
So right now it's just ranging. It's just ranging.
4:14. 30-minute sell idea. 37
But within
minutes.
this range, we're
Start of the
creating
video.
lower lows.
16:41. If we can close the way we're closing right now and say next candle can break above this something like this. If that can happen, then that would be great. So if this candle can close like this and the next candle can just break above its previous candle's high and continue to push, that would be a trade that I'll be willing to take. But right now is just waiting time. Five, 5:05 waiting time. 9 minutes waiting for setup. Still have 5 more minutes. 7:45 is going to be the candle. Manage risk. So 4:14, 4:15. These are the two. So I have this, right? And I want to do another 4:14. What is this? 4:15. 4:14.
Need to push down.
Okay.
So right now it's just ranging. It's just ranging.
4:14. 30-minute sell idea. 37
But within
minutes.
this range, we're
Start of the
creating
video.
lower lows.
16:41. Symbol, zoom, scroll. See, quick trade. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
No
I
stop loss.
messed up
We'll
here.
take
I
profit.
definitely messed up. All of this was supposed to be here. Let's say 30-minute sales idea.
We don't break and close below. We don't close below this area, then that means that the 4 hour could continue to push up, retrace up a bit.
All right, so what was this? Let's see. If that can happen, then something like, say, the way and happen, it can close like this, and then that would be great. So if this candle can close like this, and the next candle can just break above its previous candle's high and continue to push, that would be a trade that I'll be willing to take. But right now is just waiting time. And I want to start with
A bit more bearish.
second. I'm anticipating for price to drive down, then that would be great. So if this candle can close 851, $46.55. Uh, 20. I am done for the day. That was perfect execution because this candle closed with a support. Yep, perfect. See, it's going back up. I am done for the day. Up. I am done for the close with. I am done for the day. All right, I'm closed. Candle. I am done. All right, I'm closed. I am done for the day. All right, I'm closed. All right, I'm closed. I am done for the day. That was perfect execution because this candle closed with a support. Yep, perfect. See, it's going back up. All right, I'm closed. All right, I'm closed. I am done for the day. That was perfect execution because this candle closed with a support. Yep, perfect. See, it's going back up. I am done for the day. Because this candle closed with a support. Yep, perfect. See, it's going back up. Oh my god, bro. That's filthy. See, this is the trade that I was waiting for. Do a little quick scalp trade. The amount of volume is crazy. Alright, it's almost at 200 pips. Can we get to 200? Ooh, we got to 200. Come on. Come on, keep pushing. bro. All right, I've entered into a sell for price to continue to push down. Nice, nice, very nice. Alright, I've closed one position, and I'm gonna bring the stop loss at break even about the previous candle's low. Yeah, 30-minute is bearish, 1 hour is bearish. So I am gonna close this position right here because 30-minute is red, 1 hour is red. There is a higher probability for it to continue down to these lows here on the left hand side than it to continue to push up. So I'm gonna take my profit and I'm gonna call it a day. Gold bars. Yeah, you see, I didn't want to be part of this drawdown. Gold sells 58. I am done for the day. Just done. Okay, so I've entered into a sell here. The reason being is that 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1 hour candle, there is a lot of resistance, which means that price should have some sort of struggle breaking above these areas, and I want to take advantage of that, so I'm taking a sell here, and my stop loss is going to be very strict, so let's see how it goes. Stop loss, and that price, minute and 1 hour, I've entered into a sell here. The reason being is, okay, so I've entered in 46.29 into a sell here. The reason being is so a sell here, and my stop loss is going to be very strict. This is going to be very strict, so let's see how it goes. The reason being is that 15-minute, 30-minute I've entered into a sell here. 46.39. And my stop loss is going to be very strict. 46.48. So 46. Perfect execution, because this candle closed with a support.
More lenient on two today, but clearly there wasn't enough volume to get continuations for what I think long action down here, but I think it will not. Yeah, guys, we'll be. But this looks like we got 16 there. I think right here at these zones will be like BE zones, so the re-break, and then TP we're looking to target the leg candle fill, which is at 0265. All right, and then trail stops are going to be right below here. So we can just re-break the lows below here. You could get what we're gonna do is move stops to BE, and then trail stops 19 pips in profit if it arrives to 04, and then TP is down here. So we'll keep trailing below 04 for sure. All right, where's my trade? There it is. Can we get a re-break? Can we get a tap? 0578. Not yet. This one count. I think the next leg 85 volume, right? Look at that drive, back-to-back drive. So it broke that. That's okay. Pop. Like a rip. That's like saying. Hold on. Okay, you come back below the white line. Almost BE here, guys. Get ready for BE. BE. So move stops to break even. The next line is trail stops and profit. So it trailed towards this next line. And then where is the drive? I'm not gonna lie, we gave it like 3 times. It came down, tapped that zone, and didn't break through. Right, and Bill and that one. But I gotta go journal this out.
Welcome, welcome. This is Trades with. Wow, this is crazy. Alright, I think the journal is complete. We'll do today's when we get time, when we get done with the stream. Now, if you look at it, this is just chop. Like there's nothing going on from here to, let's just see. So if there is a trade here, this will be breaking above this area for price to continue to push higher. Tesla is up 4% today. God damn. I drew this line maybe like 6 months ago and it's still on this line. Yeah, I think I drew this line right here in November 2025. Wow. It's 22%. Tesla is doing its thing. Ethereum, daily, not looking good. Bitcoin, daily, looking good. GG, GJ, 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 GJ. GJ has clean traffic, okay. Oh, GJ would have been the move right here. But there's not a whole lot of volume in GJ right now. Zek has moved up. Zen. I don't know what the hell is going on with this pair. You know, for next week, I think Zek has potential to be in a trade. Like, if it retraces back to like right here, let me put a alert like around this area. If it comes back to this area, then it's I think there is a chance for we can continue. There is a chance for continuation. Alright, I'm done for the day. Oh, it's only been an hour and a half. Huh. Tesla. Let's add Tesla. I think they were probably looking at 1 minute. Yeah, break below this area should have continuation down to almost 1%. I've entered into a buy here for price to retrace back up in the consolidation area. $250 pips is crazy. This is insane. Alright, I'm gonna close this position right here. That was a quick in and out. That's perfect. That's good. Alright, now I'm done for the day. Let me just log this in. 5, 8. Last few minutes of the stream. Gold buys. Alright, that's it.